Students, now we'll move on to important topic in biology, cell. Dear students, you know what is cell? Cell is considered as the structural and basic unit of life or living organism. Our body is made up of cell. There are some organisms for which we call it as unicellular organism. Unicellular organisms means they are made up of only one cell, like amoeba, bacteria, or maybe euglena, and so on. There are many microorganisms which are unicellular, means they are also made up of cell. Now we are multicellular. We are multicellular. Multicellular means made up of many cells. All the higher organisms, vertebrates, birds, reptiles, amphibians, cockroach, that is we call invertebrate group, like you take arthropoda, annelida, echinodermata, mollusca, all these, they are made up of many cells, even the higher plants, and they are multicellular. So what is the final summary? The living organisms are made up of cell. When we speak of cell, there are two types of cells. There are two types of cells. We call it as prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, right? These are the two types of cells. Prokaryotic cell, the word prokaryotes or prokaryotic cell is made up of two parts again, pro plus karyon. So prokaryotic. Eukaryotic, U plus karyon. Eukaryotic, U plus karyon. Karyon means nucleus. Karyon means nucleus. Pro means primitive. U means true. So here the cell is with true nucleus. Here the cell is without true nucleus, or this is a primitive nucleus. Now we should know what is the true nucleus and primitive nucleus. True nucleus means we know that at the center of the cell there will be nucleus. Nucleus are generally found at the center of the cell, and if that nucleus is bounded by nuclear membrane, if that nucleus is bounded by nuclear membrane, then we call that nucleus as true nucleus. And if that nucleus is not bounded by nuclear membrane, we call it as primitive type of nucleus. It is not well developed or well organized nucleus. And the best example for this type of cell is bacteria. And all the higher organisms, they come under this category. This is the major difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Second difference, see, there are various cell organelles. Cell organelles. Cell organelles are the cell contents, membranous structure found inside the cell, like mitochondria, lysosome, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuole, plastid, so many things are there. All those are together called as cell organelles. Such cell organelles are generally absent here. Absent in case of prokaryotic cell, but they are present in case of eukaryotic cell. They are present in case of eukaryotic cell. Second difference. Third difference, prokaryotic cell are generally smaller in size compared to eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell is comparatively larger in size. These are the major difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Next we will see how plant cell is different from animal cell. How plant cell is different from animal cell. Plant cell and animal cell. Let us see how plant cell is different from animal cell. Right. First point, very important, plant cell contains chloroplast. Chloroplast contains chlorophyll pigment in it, which the plant needs during the process of photosynthesis, and this chloroplast is absent here. It is absent. This is the first difference between plant cell and the animal cell. Second one, plant cell contains cell wall. Cell wall is present here. Cell wall is present. Whereas in case of animal cell, cell wall is absent. Generally, in case of plant cell, cell wall is made up of cellulose. Such cell wall is absent in case of animal cell. It is absent in case of animal cell. Third one, plant cell contains a large vacuole. Plant cell contains a large vacuole. Vacuole is present. Generally at the center of the cell, a large vacuole is present. Vacuole is large and it is present. Whereas in case of animal cell, it is absent. And if present, sometime, okay, and if present, they are smaller in size. They are of very small size. Fourth one, there is one more structure called as centrosome. It is absent in plant cell. Centrosome is absent. It is absent in plant cell. It is present in animal cell. Centrosome helps during cell division. Okay, it helps during cell division. That is absent in case of plant cell, whereas it is present in case of animal cell. When I speak of plant cell, already you studied plant kingdom. Algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm, all those cells are plant cell. Animal cell, both vertebrates and invertebrates. Right. So I repeat once again, the important characters of plant cell and animal cell. Otherwise, almost all other characters are same. These are the major difference. There are again some differences. Important difference I am going to tell you. First one, chloroplast is present in plant cell. What it contains? It contains chlorophyll pigment. Where does it help? It helps during the process of photosynthesis. And such chloroplast is absent in case of animal cell. Why? Because we know that animal cell or the animals cannot prepare their own food. They cannot carry out photosynthesis. Second one, cell wall is present in case of plant cell. Plant cell, it is surrounded by cell wall and then cell membrane. Whereas in case of animal cell, only cell membrane. Cell wall is absent. And cell wall, when it is present in plant cell, it is present in plant cell. It is made up of cellulose. Third one, vacuole. A large vacuole is present in the plant cell, which is absent in animal cell. But if it is present, if vacuole is present, it is of very small size. And the last one, centrosome, I told you, it is a structure which forms fiber, spindle fiber, during division of the cell that is absent in case of plant cell, whereas it is present in case of animal cell. So these are the important difference between plant cell and animal cell.